What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. Today I am doing my race review for the Pennzoil 400, the second race of the season. Let's just jump straight into it. So for the race even began, we had a couple guys that went to the back, mostly because of the issues with the Bondo. There's a few guys got in trouble for Bondo problems. Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Chris Bell already had to go to the back of the field because they had Bondo problems in this race. Let's just get started. So on the pole was Kyle Busch. Well, he had to go to the back. So in the front row, you have Mark Truex Jr. and Kevin Harvick. Even though Truex did not get lane choice, they didn't get to choose lane choice again because, he wasn't the pole sitter. When we go racing in, Daniel Suarez already has problems. Daniel Suarez brings out the first caution on the second lap of the race because his car just stalled on the start of the race. Man, this guy can't catch a break. He fails to qualify for the 500 because of bad luck and just the car stalls on him at the start. However, for Daniel Suarez, he is able to continue, and it just doesn't have any more problems for the rest of the race. Then we went back racing on lap 5, and the racing from here is just phenomenal. You have back and forth, side-by-side racing going in and out throughout this run. And then the first caution would come out on lap 20. The second caution of the race would come out on lap 24 for a competition yellow. NASCAR implemented a competition caution on lap 25 due to the downpour they had on yesterday's race. Basically a tire check. They usually do competition cautions around 25 laps early in the race when there's rain the previous night. Then we went back racing on lap 31, and Kevin Harvick had the race lead. And Kevin Harvick would pretty much dominate for most of the first stage. However, his car basically completely took a 180 and he completely fell off. And Chase Elliott, who I think had the best long-run car in this race, was able to take the race lead away here. And coming to the end of stage number 1, Chase Elliott was able to hold off a hard-charging Mark Truex Jr. to score his second stage win of the year, excuse me. So, stage results. Chase Elliott won, Mark Truex Jr. second, Kevin Harvick third, Ryan Blaney fourth, Joey Logano fifth, William Byron sixth, Kyle Larson seventh, eighth was Alex Bowman, ninth was Jimmy Johnson, and Ross Chastain finished 10th in the stage. Should be doing very well. We'll talk a little bit more about them as we get farther into this review. Then we went back racing on lap 88, and Kevin Harvick was able to take the race lead away, and he held them off for a couple laps. Then Chase Elliott was able to take the race lead back about 20 laps later. Then pit stops took place, and basically Ricky Stenhouse Jr., a couple drivers decided to basically try some strategy. About 6 or 7 guys. I think this included Ryan Preece, Austin Dillon. I think John Nemechek was playing in the strategy as well. These guys tried to stay out to catch caution. But unfortunately, this time, it did not work. They all had to come down pit road. And Chase Elliott, who was a few seconds behind Martin Truex Jr., he caught up to Martin Truex Jr. and passed him and took the lead with about 20 laps to go in the stage. And Chase Elliott was able to pull away and win the second stage here, as there was a wreck that took place on the backstretch. Christopher Bell got into the outside wall. That brought out the caution to end stage 2. Unfortunately for Christopher Bell, Bell really wasn't having a great day anyways. The rookies kind of struggled today, honestly. I was kind of disappointed on the rookie battle. I mean, Cole Custer didn't have any speed, and Christopher Bell just didn't have a great day. But again, we'll talk more about Toyota as well, because God, Toyotas were just dog shit. They were horrible in this race. But anyway, let's get back to the review. So, go back racing on lap 167, and then the fifth caution race will come out for John Hunter Nemechek. As they were coming off of turn 2, John Hunter Nemechek seemed like he got loose. Before that, actually, Mark Truex Jr. Had problems on pit road. He had loose wheel because his team did not tighten the lug nuts approximately. And the guy almost fell over, and we saw the back of his skin. I'm like, okay, that was almost ugly. But yeah, basically, Mark Truex Jr. had to go to the back. Fortunately for Truex, as we may think it's fortunate, the 38 car of John Hunter Nemechek ends up spinning out on the backstretch. He gets sideways. He'd bring out the fifth caution race. John Hunter Nemechek is able to continue on in this race. Then we went back racing on lap 162. and Kevin Harvick is able to take the lead for a split second, only for Joey Logano, who's all of a sudden up here in the front. He is able to take the race lead away. And one of the favorites to win this race has a problem with 92 laps to go. Mark Truex Jr. hits the outside wall. He hit the wall a few laps before this, and the car just jolted up to the right. He had right side damage. It looked like it was really, really bad, but that's Joe Gibbs' team. They got that car fixed very, very well. Just got to say, James Small did a really good job yesterday with Mark Truex Jr. before this happened. They were really, really good in this race. And it's a shame because this basically took Mark Truex Jr. out of contention to win this race because they had a car that could have easily won yesterday. And just, it's a shame that they couldn't get it done yesterday. Then we went back racing on lap 182. And Joey Logano took the race. Well, Kevin Harvick actually took the race lead away from Ryan Blaney. And then the caution would once again come out on lap 222 during green flag pit stops, where Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and a couple other guys decided to stay out. And the best car in the race, has trouble coming down the front stretch. Chase Elliott cuts a left rear tire because one of the pieces on the tire broke, and the car just hits the outside wall. The best car in the race, the dominant car of the day, unfortunately does not have a shot to win. Chase Elliott goes a lap down. That's a shame. Chase Elliott, this was Chase Elliott's race. He had the car to beat. He was going to win the race hands down, fair and square, because that car was so good on the long run. And unfortunately, their chance to win was now gone. It was over. So yeah, this takes out those guys. So who basically has a shot to win at this point? Well, you got Ryan Blaney, you have Joey Logano, and you have Kevin Harvick, who I think are the three favorites to win this race. We go back racing on lap 227, and Joey Logano is able to take the race lead away, and then he basically is able to pull out in front. Then Ryan Blaney comes up with about 10 laps to go in this race, and he goes by Joey Logano. All of a sudden, Alex Bowman's car just comes to life all of a sudden, and he starts just driving right up to the front, only to not have a shot to get there because a caution would come out with 5 laps to go in the race. Ross Chastain spun out on the backstretch. He got sideways, got loose. He spun out and would bring out the caution. We got pit stops that take place. Everyone just pretty much decides, are we going to pit or are we going to stay out? Joey Logano was originally going to pit. He stays out. About 5 or 6 guys stay out. Meanwhile, Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman decide to pit. Let me just say for the record, I don't know why those guys pitted. They should have stayed out. I get you're trying to have strategy and all that, but you know a bunch of guys are going to stay out. Come on. You knew guys were going to stay out. You had a shot to win this race, and you completely blew it. Ryan Blaney had this race in the bag. He had this race won. If that caution doesn't come out, he has this race won, but unfortunately they decided to pit. I just don't think they just screwed themselves, basically. So yeah, Joey Logano is able to get the race lead back because Blaney decided to pit. Both decided to pit. And then coming down the front stretch on the restart, Matt DiMenno gets into William Byron, and then all hell breaks loose coming down the front stretch, coming to the white flag. They all basically wreck on the last lap of the race. Joey Logano is able to hold off a hard-charging Matt DiMenno, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as they're wrecking behind him. Ryan Blaney's involved. A bunch of cars got involved in this incident. I'm not sure who all got involved, but I know Ryan Blaney was involved in it. Tyler Reddick was involved in it. A ton of cars got involved. And Joey Logano is able to hold off Matt DiBenedetto, and he's able to score his first win of this season and back-to-back wins here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So now, let's just go into the race results. So, Joey Logano wins. I think he had the 4th best car in this race. Gets his first win of the year, second win. Good for Logano on that part. Matt DiBenedetto ties his best career finish of 2nd place. Matt DiBenedetto, man, that guy can wheel a car. Matt, honestly, in this race probably had a 10th, 8th or 9th place car, but hey, man, 2nd place, fantastic run for Matt DiBenedetto. So it would have been a good run if he got a top 10. But that is Matt DiBenedetto's first ever top 10 he's ever had on a 1.5 miles. So congratulations, Matt DiBenedetto, on that. 3rd place, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. They played a strategy that worked out very, very well, and he gets a top 5 finish. Good run for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Austin Dillon finishes 4th. Another solid run for Austin Dillon. Chevy once again showing their strengths. 4th place, really, really good run for them. How about Jimmie Johnson? First top 5 in quite some time for Jimmie Johnson. Gets a 5th place finish here. Great job for Jimmie Johnson. Jimmie Johnson, well, I just want to talk about him for a second. He had a lot of speed in this race. Probably one of the best cars on the long run. He was at one point up to 3rd. He almost at one point battling for the race lead in this race. Jimmie Johnson, I hope that this is just not a fluke and Jimmie Johnson continues to run in the top 5 throughout the season. I think Jimmie Johnson has a lot to prove in his final year, and he's making this year really, for me as a Jimmie Johnson fan, I was happy that he did well like that. Bubba Wallace with a 6th place finish. You tell me what happened at the end of this race. Bubba Wallace 6th. Really good run for that team. Nice run for them. Brad Keselowski 7th. Solid run for him. Kevin Harvick finishes 8th. Kevin Harvick had the best short run car in this race, but on the long run, his car just fell off of a cliff, and he fell back as far like 6th or 7th. I think he decided to pit at the end of the race, and I think that's why he finished 8th in this race. Kyle Larson, 9th. I thought Larson was going to have a little bit of a better day than that. He was about from a 7 to 11 place car most of the day. The car just did not have speed on the long run. Just could not get going at the end. I thought that they maybe were going to have speed, but just as they were 7 to 11 place car. I mean, they've got time to get this car better. I just hope that they can get it better because I'm a Larson fan. So let's hope that Larson can turn this stuff around. Ty Dillon with the top 10 run. Good stuff there. You love to see it, folks. You'll love to see it. Ryan Blaney finishes 11th. He had the race won. Unfortunately, screwed the pooch by pitting. He shouldn't have pitted. Clint Boyer, 12th. 13th, Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman, him, and Ryan Blaney were saying for a fantastic finish. It's a shame that really couldn't come into fruition. Chris Buescher, 14th. Kyle Busch, 15th. Kyle Busch finishing 15th is something you really don't see, but the Toyotas were just doggo. They were just horrible in this race. I want to talk about that. All the Toyota, other than Mark Truex Jr., before he had the tire problems, Mark Truex Jr. was the only Toyota team to get it together. Denny Hamlin was like 20th pretty much all day. Kyle Busch was like 10th, 11th pretty much was like 15th all day. And Eric Jones and Chris Bell were like 25th, 26th all day. I don't know if it's because of the Bondo problems those guys have, but man, that might have affected everything because they were just horrible in this race. Let's continue. Corey LaJoie got 16th. Solid stuff right there. Hope that our SHR stuff can come in and help that team eventually this year. Again, talk about the Toyotas. Denny Hamlin 17th. Tyler Reddick 18th. Cole Custer 19th. Not a good day for him. He was just slow all day. And Mark Truex Jr., after his tire problems, finishes 20th. 21st, Eric Almirola. 22nd, William Byron. These guys were involved in the crash on the last lap. Eric Jones, 23rd. John Nemechek, 24th. Kurt Busch, 25th. Chase Elliott, 26th. Ross Chastain, 27th. J.J. Yeley, 28th. Brennan Poole, 29th. 30th, Daniel Suarez. 31st, Joey Gase. 32nd, Quinn Houff. 33rd, Christopher Bell. 34th, Reed Sorensen. 35th goes to Garrett Smithley. God dang it. 36th, Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell had mechanical issues and electrical problems in this race. They just couldn't get it together at the end. Ryan Preece. I'll talk about Ryan Preece. He had issues too. I think he had electrical issues as well. He finishes 37th. And 38th in last place goes to Timmy Hill. So yeah, well, I'll take a look at the point standings for a second here. So the top 10 right now is Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, Denny Hamlin, and Matt Minow and Jimmie Johnson are all tied for 10th, for 9th in the standings. We're all basically top 10 drivers. So yeah, that is basically, let's just talk about the race. This race was incredible. The racing in here was just phenomenal. You had side-by-side battles for the lead. You had side-by-side battles around the racetrack. The package at this racetrack especially, this was the best race with the mile-and-a-half package I have seen, at least at Las Vegas. Compared to the last two races combined. God, I can't talk today. The racing was so good. It was just phenomenal. The guys were racing incredible. You know, you had a really good finish starting to hit up. Hopefully, we get to see more races like this throughout the season because, yeah, I actually get to do a rating unlike last week, and there was a reason I didn't do a rating for last week's series. But, yeah, the racing was phenomenal. It was fantastic. You know, the tire wear actually mattered in this race. I think that's what really contributed. And handling mattered in this race, too, because You saw good battles all around the racetrack, and including for the lead. Yeah, you only had like 7 or 8 leaders, but you had like 30 lead changes in this race. That is incredible. That's like a lot more lead changes than normal. And a lot of those were during the green flag. A lot of those weren't not on pit stops. Yes, you had a few from pit stops and stuff, but there was so much battles for the lead. There were so many good battles happening on the racetrack. And I think that the racing was so good this year. I put it on Twitter and stuff. I said, this is one of the best races. This race has been so amazing. This race was phenomenal. I mean, yeah, it was just really, really good. I love the racing. I'm definitely going to watch this race again. That is definitely for sure. But yeah, now to give my score of the race, I'm going to give this race 8 out of 10. I think the racing was solid. I'm just going to say the grading is going to be a lot more tougher this year than I've done in years past. Just be aware on that. So yeah, 8 out of 10 is going to be my review for this year's Pennzoil 400. So yeah, that is going to be it for my review. Quite a long review, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Turn notifications on so you can be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Links in the description below for that. And comment below your opinions on the race. What did you think of the race? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.